Nicole is live at the scene with the latest. Nicole, what more do we know?
Well, Anthony, at this hour, 2 adults and a child are still missing. Fire crews and the office of the fire marshal remain on scene. And as you can see behind me, some heavy machinery has been brought in to help crews access the home and eventually tear it down. Now, this all coming as a huge shock to this tight-knit, family-oriented community. We've seen family members of some of the victims and also some residents stop by throughout the day to try and make sense of what happened. A very unsettling situation outside the U.S. consulate. Toronto police now say they are looking for 2 male suspects after multiple shots were fired at the building around 4:30 this morning. As you can see, there's still a very heavy police presence here outside on University Avenue and Armory Street with yellow police tape blocking off the area. Several evidence markers can be seen on the street and sidewalk in front of the consulate. Many people stopping by and taking a moment at this table lined with photos of DeVay, flowers and candles. Right beside it, a message to the suspect or suspects in the case. Turn yourself in. People here hoping what happened to DeVay serves as a call to action to address gun violence in our city. Yeah, that's exactly right. We had close to 29,000 fans packed in here tonight. Lots of loud cheering from the start of the game, of course, with those 2 back-to-back home runs for the Jays. And that energy really just kept going throughout the night. Now the team is just 1 win away from securing their first World Series title in 32 years. So lots of excitement. I'm joined by a family of Jays fans here. Look at them all decked out. We got a sign over here. How are you guys feeling? I mean, you guys have been here not just for tonight's watch party, but for all 3 watch parties here at Rogers Center. So yeah, how are you feeling? I'll start with you.
This is amazing. You know what? This is just reminding me of my childhood, 1992-93.
Well, Anthony, it is an absolute sea of blue down here. The Jays Hype Up team is handing out some free merch, playing music. Jays mascot Ace even making an appearance, all in an effort to get fans hyped up for tonight's game. There is really nothing but good vibes and excitement in the air tonight. Also a sense of calm with the Blue Jays just 1 win away from clinching the World Series title here on Canadian soil. Tracy, Anthony, you can certainly feel the energy down here. This is something people look forward to all year round. Now, TIFF is kicking off its festival tonight with the world premiere of John Candy, I Like Me, a documentary about the life of the late Canadian comedian. Now, as you can see behind me, lots of eager fans lining up, and there's actually more on the other side, hoping to get close to that red carpet and maybe interact with some of the celebrities, even grab a selfie. So lots of excitement there for sure. Now, as you guys mentioned, this is TIFF's 50th year, and there was a special celebration earlier today to mark the dazzling occasion. Oh, Tracy, I definitely am. I'm actually at one of the games right now here on the Midway. I have some darts. I'm going to try to pop 2 of these balloons. Now, I didn't practice before, so I'm sure it's much harder than it actually looks. Let's give it a shot, though. Okay, got my stance going. Ooh. Oh! Was that 2? Oh, wow. Okay, that was better than I thought. Okay, I got 1 more. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm actually way better at this game than I thought. Wow. Well, if any of you at home want to try your luck at one of these games, go on some rides, have some food, there's really something for everyone here at the X. The pilot of this plane and its 2 passengers miraculously unharmed after they crashed Monday night in Toronto's East End.
We are very, very fortunate that there were no injuries, that it turned out the way it did, because it could have been a lot worse.
The Transportation Safety Board of Canada says the plane took off from Orillia and was headed to Billy Bishop Airport. But an engine failure forced the pilot to make an emergency landing near the soccer field at Monarch Park Collegiate.
We were just practicing regular team practice, and then we heard a big noise, so we all turned around, and then we just saw a plane crash into the ground.
After learning everyone was okay, the team continued practicing. Meanwhile, David Sidney Corellia was watching his son play soccer next door and saw the whole ordeal.
We came running over to Monarch Park, and we saw the 3 occupants of the plane getting out of the plane. The whole situation was very surreal. It happened very quickly.
The principal of the school says he got to the scene about an hour after the crash and was relieved to hear no one was hurt.
That was our number 1 concern, and then we were able to pretty quickly determine that there was no damage to the facility, so school would be able to operate this morning as per usual.
The Piper Cherokee was being rented out by Flight Club, a company that acts like an Airbnb for airplanes. The company says the pilots renting them must be licensed and complete an open book exam and other tests before taking off. The planes are required to have an annual inspection at minimum. As for the plane in question,
The aircraft was inspected this year, and we know that all the maintenance records were up to date. And there was actually recent maintenance completed on the plane, where it was looked over sort of by a mechanic and signed off.
Crews started taking apart the plane piece by piece Tuesday afternoon and loading it onto a flatbed truck to remove it from the school's property. The soccer field remains closed off as the cleanup continues. Nicole, Global News.
Do a bunch of kicks.
Like any athlete, Celine Malone craves consistency.
I come from a background of intensive training 2 to 3 times a day.
The Toronto firefighter took up running about a decade ago after competing in rugby, wrestling, and powerlifting through high school and university.
Basically, I'd done the Chicago Marathon.
Malone worked her way up to her first 200-mile run in Alberta back in September. But her biggest race, the Arizona Monster 300 last month. It's a 304-mile ultra-marathon through southern Arizona's Sonoran Desert. Day and night, she trekked through rugged terrain, climbing more than 41,000 feet of elevation, all in the extreme heat.
A lot of my sleeps actually were just on the ground at the side of the trail. In total, I think I slept just over 3 hours.
There were times when Malone didn't think she would finish.
Night 3 was the hardest night. I was puking for 2 hours.
Malone's boyfriend and parents drove in a Sprinter van, meeting her at checkpoints.
Emotionally, you got to be there to support her. She's going through a rough time, so I do my best with that. But sometimes I got to put on the crew lead hat and be like, okay, I know you're having a hard time, but we kind of got to buck up and work our way through this.
It's that support that kept her going.
I see the finish line and I just crossed it and I just couldn't believe it.
Participants have a week to complete the grueling challenge, but Malone did it in just over 4 days. She crossed the finish line in 99 hours and 55 minutes, cutting roughly 5 hours off last year's winning women's time to set a new record and finish 4th overall.
It was quite a shock to me. When I was passing some of the men, I was like, who am I right now?
Malone's running coach says if anyone could do it, it's her.
I am not a crier, but it brought tears to my eyes. It's amazing. She put in the work. She deserved that.
With her running partner Henry by her side, Malone already has her sights set on the next feat. She has 2 200-mile races in Ontario this year, the first in June.
You are capable of so much. And, put yourself out there and take those calculated risks.
Something she says always pays off in the long run. Nicole, Global News.